Greetings, divine, conscious co-creators of heaven on earth, all of our team of 144, living in the divine presence of the majestic I Am presence here now, as we are being activated in our full divinity, unhindered by any duality, rising through and with the God actions of the I Am here now. For those following us on this journey and joining us on this great mission through our Patreon page, today we uploaded day 5 of our course of discourses of the I Am presence of Saint Germain. And as we follow this journey together in these discourses, we are activated in our highest light to manifest the new earth. You can join us on patreon.com/prime disclosure. You can join us on this journey at any tier level. This is a 33-day course of discourses and activations of the power of our full manifestation. And today we are on day 5 of 33 days. So start at the beginning if you are new with day 1 and follow this journey. And this can be done at any time. This is timeless knowledge. Gnosis is being transmitted for the highest purpose in this timeline, to merge all timelines and to live in our divinity and I Am presence with our full intent and full power of our infinite light and infinite life. And this is the journey within to transmit without, God in action through our pure intent, holding our vision, and utilizing the full power of the I Am, that is here now and everywhere now, omniscient and omnipresent, within and without, as above, so below. And from the Great Heart Sutra, from Kuan Yin, emptiness is form and form is emptiness. And I am here to witness all things and join in this great celebration of the golden age of the new earth, rising like a great phoenix out of the ashes of the old into the time of the new, the timelessness, the spatial, the non-physical, into the physical. Yin into yang, yang into yin. This is divine union, Heros Gamos, living in our highest joy, our highest bliss, our highest love. And after the blackout on the Schumann resonance, that was the 0 point, the neutral point, over 24 hours ago, today we had an 8 hertz manifestation and some light codes manifesting on the Schumann resonance. Transmission from Divine Sister of the Light, S.A. Smith. Energies are brewing, air's ringing, round 2 is here. The sound of space, air ringing, is very active as these energies make their way in. These big energies are now hitting our atmosphere and are bringing in some very interesting effects. You might feel with these energies hunger or thirst, body-wide tingles, especially in the hands, air's ringing, zaps of energy in the crown and leg area, body fatigue, good sleep tonight, blissful, floaty feeling. These are very interesting energies, and hopefully more of the type we will be receiving as we head towards February 18th. I'm hoping these zappy energies allow you to rest and recharge. Try and do more of what makes you happy and flow with the energies. It's been a tough few weeks. You deserve a break. Dance, laugh, and feel your joy. Much love and light, Divine One, from agirlintheuniverse.com. We had 145 M1.5 or greater earthquakes today in the last 24 hours. Most powerful, we had a massive quake on the Ring of Fire with the Lemurian energy, Fukushima, Japan, 7.1, 17 into the 71, the 8.8 at Lyran's Gate of the Lemurian 5. This morning in Heldton, Oklahoma, in the heart of the United States, 3.2, Dominican Republic with the Divine Masculine 3.6, the Council of 9, 73 kilometers depth, 73 into the 37, Heaven on Earth. We had an activation in Japan, 4.4, Itzu Islands, Armenia in the sacred portal, 4.913 of the divine goddess. Solomon Island, soul of the moon, sun and the moon, yin and yang, 5.0. Kodiak Station, Alaska, 5.3, with the 8th manifestation again in the crown of Lemuria. And then we had the 7.1 17 hours ago in Japan, 35 kilometers depth, another 8 manifestation of timelessness, of infinite time. And then we had a 4.9 and a 5.3 also in Fukushima. So we had the Trinity activations in the sacred portal. Indonesia, 4.7. Papua New Guinea, a powerful 6.0, 51 kilometers depth. Also on the Ring of Fire, this is Lemurian energies. Then we had more activations in south of Fiji Islands, on the Tropic of Capricorn again today, with 4.5, 9 activation, 662 kilometers depth, very deep into the earth. Then another 4.4 in Fukushima, creating the 8.8 portal, Lion's Gate of the Lyrians Nation, Japan 5.2, Chile, South America, in the sacred portal, where our condor flies high, 5.2, Hawaii in the heart of Lemuria, activating at 3.0, Argentina, South America, also on the Tropic of Capricorn, on the Ring of Fire, 4.4, Tajikistan again today in the sacred, the trident of Poseidon, Tian Shan, Celestial Mountain, Kunlun, Himalayan, 111 kilometers depth, 4.2 magnitude. We had an activation again in Pahala, Hawaii, with a 3.1 activation. The multiple activations again, Ring of Fire, Philippines 4.7, Indonesia 4.4, 4.4 Canada, Fiji Islands 4.4, Bolivia 4.4. So we had 4, 44, so that's 4 8s, 32 of the 5. And then in Fukushima again, 4.6, Bolivia, South America, and the Tropic of Capricorn, 4.4, Japan, another 4.3 in Fukushima. Then off the coast of Oregon, not too far from where we're anchoring our codes, a 3.2, 10 kilometers depth. So the Ring of Fire totally activated, totally lit up. The heart of Lemuria has been activated. The portal fully open. All gateways, all portals are activated and open here now. We start today with the Sabian symbols. Right now, the moon at 18 degrees, 40 minutes Pisces. The sun at 25 degrees, 16 minutes Aquarius. The Sabian symbol for the moon at 19 degrees Pisces. A master instructing his disciple. The current Sabian symbol for the sun at 26 degrees Aquarius. A garage man testing a car's battery with a hydrometer. From astrologyweekly.com. Today, from Divine Bro Star of the Light of the Huna Nation, Mauta Taki, 2344-1144. We came in today, 1122, Trinity Gates of Lemuria 5. I shared 5 years ago that we are moving into a trinary system with triple sun stars. 2018, I called in the Trinity 8 system from the Temple Mount in Jerusalem. 2019, I received the signing signature code of the Trinity 8 system for Planet Huna. 2020, I uploaded the Trinity 8 system to the consciousness of the 5D human through the Lemurian calendar. 2021, I welcome all to the age of Lemuria 5 and Planet Huna of the Trinity 8 system, 24D, confirming we are now in the triple sun solar star system. From HOH.Earth. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Alena Adams. Together we open the crystalline grid of the earth. Together we extend the crystalline heart of God, Goddess consciousness. Together we work as one being. We are and have always been one organism, one planet, celestial being, part of an interconnected, kaleidoscopic, interfacing, endless field of consciousness, joined by simply breathing, by simply knowing, by expanding into your vaster self. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Christy Mantis. The dragons are calling this time the squeeze. Who else is feeling squeezed right now? There are such intense energies moving through and around all of us here on the earth plane. This whole story we have come here to experience is a journey from great separation to that of unity. It really is as epic as the Lord of the Rings adventures. Most people just can't see it yet. It is a great vibrational battle between the mind and the heart that is playing out in a multitude of ways. Luckily, it's a certainty that the heart space, or the light, has won. It is just that the battle is usually the most intense when we're nearing the end. This is why the vibration of trust is the key at this time. Not trust in something outside of you, but trust in self. We are currently experiencing the ultimate movement from lifetimes of placing trust in outside circumstances to support us, to that of knowing all comes from within self through the heart portal. The ultimate form of separation we can experience is the fear of having to trust in self. This is why our foundations are crumbling right now, societal foundations and personal ones. It is to clearly demonstrate that there is nothing outside of yourself that you can rely on. There is only you. Trust in who you are. Trust in your magnificence. Trust in the support that you are gifting yourself. Trust in your limitlessness. We will all be squeezed until we take that step through the door of knowing there is only you, and then there is the golden era in all of its magnificence. Today from Crystal, an Indigo Guide to the Galaxy, Athens, February 13, 2021. True Moon, Mother Pearl. When the true moon, Mother Pearl, will be activated within, then the lost male and female flames will be able to see the light again, find peace, and together remember their way back to true life. The children had lost connection to their true mother, and a sub-program was put inside the space of their consciousness to cover the memory and replace their relationship with her. This inner subconscious space has been under constant programming to create emotional turbulence and deceptive fantasies to keep the children asleep while busy with irrelevant things. There is no subconscious space in true life existence. The children are in connection to true Divine Mother, and there is only the presence of full consciousness of love, which has free access to the unlimited and eternal worlds of true creation. True Mother is now back, and the children are being salvaged. She is honored and loved like no one else. We love her to eternity. The fake mother energy which has been coming through the lunar machine will no longer hold power over us. We are the living ones. Irini. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Judith Kusel. Crucial yet filled with so much love, joy, and opportunity, we are truly now collectively at a crossroad where we can either fully step into the new earth and thus co-create something totally new in much higher dimensional states with love and within unity and harmony as we assume our new and much higher light body form, or stay in the old earth and repeat the same old dramas and stories all over again until all just dissolves into no thingness. I was asked this morning during my early morning quiet time to start to truly step out of the old thinking, old concepts of life will be in the next few months and years, to allow myself to be creatively stretched, to start creating out of the box, so to speak, and know that first I need to totally allow myself to step into the unknown, the uncharted, and when I do this, the creative aspect will flow, the guidance come, and thus now co-create in the highest levels, a much higher dimensional frequency life for myself and all of humanity. I have a dream, a vision, and calling which is greater than the sum of self. As I closed my eyes and asked for pictures to come, I had tears flowing down my cheeks. I saw my visions manifested into form and being in beautiful details, and it was indeed a much higher frequency creation, way beyond what I can try to be sharing with you. It is then that I understood small thinking is not going to help now. We need, in the next few weeks and months, keep things remarkably simple while we navigate the immense changes now, and we step ever higher into the new earth, and thus new ways of manifesting in the unknown and uncharted, and in much superior and higher frequency bands. It may seem like something straight out of science fiction books or movies, and yet even stranger still, but deep down your soul will remember, for your soul has indeed lived this elsewhere in the universe, and thus now needs to remember to manifest, create, and become. What an immensely powerful and exciting time this is. Indeed, I was told to totally step into a much higher state, where nothing is impossible, and where indeed all simply flows from one creative source into form and being effortlessly. Wow, my heart and soul are taking wings and flying into the new earth, and indeed into the unknown with joy, wishing to co-create such exquisite beauty, harmony, and form, which is way beyond anything ever experienced in the old earth before. And indeed, when one is being raised up, the heart and soul does take flight, and indeed expands into the infinite possibilities, infinite space, and infinite manifestation, beyond the beyond, or what we ever knew or believed possible. From JudithKusel.com, today from Divine Bro Star of the Light, Daniel Scranton. You were chosen before you were born. The 9D Arcturian Council. Greetings, we are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We have been chosen by all of the other ninth dimensional collectives in the galaxy to be the ones who announce to all of you that you have been chosen to be the ones to spearhead a movement there on Earth that will result in the shaking up of your society. Now you're not going to do this by protesting, and you're not going to do it by vandalizing property. You're not even going to do it by posting or making videos for the internet. You're going to spearhead a movement that will shake your systems to the core by coming together as an awakened collective with your vision of a better tomorrow. You are not there to simply complain about the inequities of life on Earth and how unfairly society has been set up to favor the few. You are the ones who were chosen before you were even born to go forth and have enough awareness to see that there are problems in your society and to come up with solutions that have nothing to do with tearing down the existing systems in place. Your solutions will come from your ability to focus, and to focus with the intention of creating a society that works for everyone. We know that many of you have attempted to do just that on a smaller scale by creating an intentional community. But the vision that you hold for all of humankind is what really matters in this endeavor. And since we know every single one of you will receive this transmission, we want you to know that we are referring to you as an individual as well as the collective you are a part of, which is comprised of awakened souls. Now is not the time to think to yourself that everyone else receiving the message will carry the weight and do the focusing. We are calling on you as the ones who were chosen by our colleagues to make this happen, and we want you to feel that you have the power to do this simply by holding that intention, focusing, and maintaining the vibration of the desire that you have for a better society for all. It is our goal, and it always has been our goal, to empower you, to emphasize your strengths, your abilities, and the knowing that we have that you are the ones to lead humanity in so many pivotal ways. You still have time there in the fourth dimension to bring about the massive changes that you want to see. So please do not wait around for something or someone to take care of it for you, but rather stretch those muscles that you have, the muscles that give you the right and the permission to create entire worlds, entire star systems, and entire galaxies, and show all of us here in the ninth dimension who are watching what you are capable of with just a little bit of focus and attention on what you want to see outside of you in the society that you are a part of. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Terry Wade, Call of the Ancient. We are changing on a molecular level, cellular transformation. Many of you are experiencing headaches, nausea, dizziness, feeling of spinning, and loss of emotional centering. A fundamental change is taking place in your house, meaning we are changing our DNA while living in it. We are genetic engineers of the new world species. During cellular transformation, repigmentation of our skin will begin to occur. Many will see unusual marks on the surface of their skin, brown, red, white, etc. This can occur on young people as well as older bodies. This is a temporary repigmentation that will allow the skin to come into its true purpose. This is brought on by the blood cell membranes being enriched by oxygen and bringing them closer to the surface. We're coming back to our original time sequence as we were in the past. Currently, the changes we are all feeling are happening internally in our infrastructure, and we are feeling them physically. These changes are taking place in the following places: cellular system in the blood, CNS, central nervous system, bone marrow, how the brain is firing and how it receives information from source. These are the changes that are currently happening, and it's causing massive confusion, not to mention physical discomfort. Many can tell a change is occurring, but we cannot see it in the mirror. But this internal change will begin to bleed through to the external body. This is where the base must first be built. Some people will experience weight gain or loss. The body knows how to readjust and reorganize because this process is quite natural, meaning this information has been coded within the cells of the body. The greater you are aware of this transformation, the more you can assist. Some are seeing a weakening of their immune system. This is brought on by the human body being recalibrated at a higher frequency while still being bombarded by the dense heaviness of the 3D realm. We are experiencing unbalance in our nervous system, and some are dealing with this with explosions of anger, frustration, etc. I call these people the resistors who choose to fight this transformation. We will see different kinds of nervous disorders during this rewiring process, accommodating the increase and intensity of light that is now able to enter our bodies. What's happening is there is a greater acceleration of energy being absorbed by the body, and this acceleration of energy is being sent through the central nervous system. Some will deal with this well and some will not. As we take on this new body of light, most organs and glands will no longer be needed and eventually disappear. As this acceleration of energy enters our physical body, the central nervous system will immediately try and attempt to dissipate some of that energy by sending it out through the spinal cord. This energy could fire out through the muscular system, which will cause tightness, soreness, and cramping. If these energies fire out through the blood vessels, restriction could occur. If they fire through the skin, you could experience abnormally hot or cold prickling. Our bodies are constantly trying to remain in a stable state during this process. It's trying to catch up with the increased frequencies. Our bodies are literally washing away the old format. We are in the process of building something undescribable. I've said this many times, the central nervous system is incredibly important to this process, and this is why the controllers are targeting it. We are seeing humanity stray away from heavy dense foods such as meats and heavy proteins, which stay in the body longer, which creates the body to stay in heavy density longer. Many heavier grains will also be an issue for some. Remember, the goal of this process is returning us to light. I know some of you are having issues with digestion of heavy, greasy, dense foods because these foods don't vibrate with the higher body vibration. Your body's needs and your appetite will change within this process, but everyone is different, so listen to your body, meaning one day you might need a heavier, denser protein and some days not. Your body is trying to keep up with the higher vibratory rate, but the difficulty in this 3D realm is the lag we experience. We all know and are experiencing incredibly crazy sleep patterns. That's all I need to say about that. Also, our memory is also changing. We all think it's a bad thing to lose our memory, but what is currently happening with many is that we're transitioning to depending on our intuitive knowing and less on our memory. We are experiencing intuitive insights and flashes of memory. I am notorious at being in mid-sentence and completely forgetting about what I wanted to say next. Basically, as this cellular transformation takes place, it will be harder to reference your past through your memory system. All useless data is disappearing from our memory files. Referencing past data was useful because acceptance of past reality-based beliefs and prior experiences. Referencing data of the past is falling away. We are also going through a process which we call the thinning of the veil. As this protective device thins, we are finding out that there are no boundaries between our physical body and our higher self. Many people are not only experiencing contact with beings from other realms, but are experiencing contact with the higher self. So listen to your body. Listen to that intuitive voice. It'll get stronger and louder as the veil thins. We are experiencing something absolutely amazing and monumental on a scale most cannot believe with this process of DNA activation. This process of DNA activation is what I named Call of the Ancient, Many are hearing and feeling that call, which eventually will bring us back to balance. We are in the process of being downloaded and activated with incredible insight, wisdom, and knowledge of our ancient past, and we have just begun. And from Divine Bro, Star of the Light, Richard Rudd, Gene Keys, Unlocking the Higher Purpose Hidden in Your DNA, Gene Key 30, February 13th through February 18th, 2021. Desire, Lightness, Rapture, Gene Key 30, Celestial Fire. The quality that comes from the gift of lightness is literally that of light. You begin to feel incandescent as though lit from within. This is because every desire you have can really be reduced to a single overarching desire, the desire to know your true nature. When you can trace this huge insight in your life, all your desires begin to serve the one goal, to purify your inner nature in order to experience the higher frequencies of your greater self. Excerpt from the 7 Sacred Seals and Hexagram 30 from the Yi Ching, the classic book of change. The clinging. Ignite the rising fire of longing, reaching to the beloved, purifying our base desire into the divine fire. Rise into rapture, lighten up and shine bright. Fire clings to what we feed it. Rapturous passion. The great man, in accordance with this, cultivates more and more his brilliant virtue, and diffuses its brightness over the 4 quarters of the land. We rise and we fall in life. Sometimes we're flying and sometimes we're dragging. We have to see that desire isn't unholy. There is no holy and unholy. That's what creates heaviness and guilt. Lightness is when we can look at desire with equanimity. Richard Rudd, 64 Ways, from GeneKeys.com. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Leah Whitehorse, Lua Astrology. Mercury retrograde conjunct Venus in Aquarius. On the Sabian symbol, 2 lovebirds sitting on a fence and singing happily. There's a sweet note in the air with today's meeting between the communicative Mercury and peace-loving Venus. Where there has been conflict, there is a prompt to talk it out as old friends would. There's space to find agreement, to let bygones be bygones, to build a bridge over troubled waters. A quiet listening ear and diplomatic tone reestablishes balance and harmony. As Mercury is going backwards, we all may find ourselves thinking about past partners, or an old flame resurfaces. Perhaps a conversation clears the air, or maybe we just need to put the past to rest with a quiet smile and a kind word or thought. Even if we are single or going through a difficult time in a relationship, we can still make our inner lovebirds sing, make art, whistle a happy tune, marvel at the wonders of human ingenuity, the kindness of strangers, the love experienced in the past. Make your words and thoughts loving to reconnect with your heart. From LeahWhitehorse.com. Today from the Zolkin Times. Kin 6-1, Red Solar Dragon. The number 9 is called solar, and its keywords are realizing, intention, and pulse. If you study the graphic which accompanies this forecast, you will see that the wave spell begins and ends on the same color. This happens in all wave spells. The 5th day and the 9th day are also the same color. This connection symbolizes gear shifts in the energy of the 13-day journey. Number 9 is the shift into the highest gear before it completes on the last day. The number 9 is powerful in many cultures because it is 3 by 3, or 3 times 3, which is very sacred. Because of this power, today our intention carries great strength. Be careful what you wish for you may just get it. Today is Red Dragon, the day that represents birth, being, and nurture. Dragon days are great for starting projects or a new job, moving your house, or starting your life over. Dragons live in caves, which are symbols of Mother Earth's womb. Springing from the womb is a new life. As it is a number 9 day and it represents intention, if it is your intention to start your life over today, then you have chosen a great day to do it. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, Red Solar Dragon, Kin 61, 13 February 2021, Pulsing, New Birth, 13-2-2021 equal 13-2-221 equal 425 equal 4, 7, equal 11, equal 2, 13, cosmic goddess, natural lore, 13 moons, 4, form, structure, foundation, angelic earth, 5, liberation, change, transformation, 22, architect of peace, master builder, 11, portal, door, polarity, 2, partnership, cooperation, unity, kin 6-1 equals 7, magic, mystic, spiritual solitude. Day 1, atop column 4 in the Zolkin calendar as we start another 20-day cycle through the solar seals. The 4th column is about form, structure, and laying a new solid foundation. It also denotes the earth element and is connected to the angelic frequency, continuing the theme of new beginnings with this new lunar year of the metal ox. Lots of magic abounds today as we continue to build this peaceful foundation to birth our new earth. Day 9 in the Red Skywalker wave spell of awakening to our true selves through exploration and expansion. Today we realize what it is to explore and awaken through responding to signs and synchronicities from Pachamama. Through this new birthing, we achieve solar expansion, fueled by the reawakening of the Christ consciousness codes. Tone of creation, solar, tone 9, operates in the spiritual realm. Action, realizing, power to pulse, essence, intention. The 9th day of the Red Skywalker wave spell is the one that gives the last push prior to manifestation. The solar phase is where we wake up to the fact that our will affects the reality we experience, so we begin pulsing, extending our intent into realization, visualizing what we want to manifest, and pulsing that intention from our heart. This assists us in making our dreams come true. This is potent manifestation energy today. What are you birthing today, and what desires are you pulsing into reality? Thus we are gifted once again with a very divinely spiritual day, supporting us to rise and shine brightly as the precious star blossoms that we are, expanding into pure consciousness. Today we are birthing a new world and a new way of being as newly Christed, golden, solar humans. Today's question is, how can I birth the Sophia, Christ consciousness energy in my soul or being, and pulse this out with intention through my being? Enjoy this magical day. It is time to rejoice and celebrate our grand new Sophia, Christos beginnings in La Kekala Kin. Christina White, Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66. Kin 6-1, Red Solar Dragon. The mantra, the code for today is, I pulse in order to nurture. Realizing being, I seal the input of birth. With the solar tone of intention, I am guided by the power of navigation. And on this powerful day, beloved beings of light, let us know in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, what you're seeing, your visions, your dreams, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to this channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below this video for the transcriptions of today's transmissions. We archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. And I'd like to take the time for everyone for their continued support on Patreon with your pledges, your monthly pledge, starting at $5 a month. We have many extra practices, trainings. We have many great things to come. We're on day 5 of our 33-day discourses of the I Am Presence. And this is a 33-day training of accountability, of practicing our sacred art, of manifesting our true desires from our heart through our I Am Presence, and with the power of our God Self within to manifest without. Today, no new pledges, so I'd like to thank everyone that is continuing to support us. And we rely on these pledges and donations for our daily living expenses and to manifest our visions in the future of our spiritual healing centers, retreats, communities. So slowly but surely we are getting there, but it is up to our supporters and those that want to assist us on our great mission. So if you'd like to make a pledge, you can do so at patreon.com/Prime Disclosure. I'd like to also thank Divine Sister of the Light, Jen Marana, for your donation today. Thank you, Divine Sister. And we also have a link in the description below the video to make a one-time donation to our PayPal account. If you'd like to make a donation, we'd appreciate every dollar that is invested in our great mission of the Eagle and the Condor. And this will be our lineage manifesting new earth and our empire of love. I'd like to thank everyone for also supporting my Sacred Condors art business on Etsy. You can purchase her beautiful work, these goddess totems, on lunagoddessart.com. She has a couple new works of art on there, so take a look at those. And we appreciate each and every one of you for supporting us and this great mission together. Today we are going to end with a transmission of codes from Divine Bro Star of the Light, Lee Parore Arjuna, Brother of the Light. Architect, many names, one and the same. Spell on you original sin, beginning of time. Symbols, numbers, words, metaphysics, psyops, construct, game. Identity, pixel, motherboard. Project script, mirror returned. Archetypes, innocence removed. Guilty to the power of everyone. Bluetooth line, bottomless pit. Battle for the crown. Insurrection in heaven, female body host system, inverted hive colony, phantom matrix imprint, Janus, God, opposing energies, Roman Empire divide and rule, negotiating power calculation, optical illusion, inception event, ninth veil lifting, cracking open, broken the seal, no cords on thee, metamorphosis back to nature, 11 parallel world, time track, now, alchemy, unfold the 369 Trinity, 3 past, present, future, 6 cube, 9th veil, exit matrix now converted, closed omega, light and sound, continuum wave, Lemuria, angular spin, golden fleece, equatorial codes, plasma, overtones, power of expansion, love force, elemental potency, staff and rod, meta-galactic core reset, earth, water, sky, oxygen for life, mother, father, child, return to first estate, sound, vibration, resonance to the power of everyone, many in the one, one in the many. Footnote: 7 ancient races, Pleiadian, primordial civilization, serpent hybridization, Hydra current, creation grid, galactic migration, moving on, Atlantis rising, new America. So thank you for joining us today, beloved being of light. Keep shining your light brightly, and remember, I am the resurrection and the life, the sacred mantra, the code of activating your Christ consciousness, your cosmic consciousness, and tapping into your infinite potential, your infinite creativity within the kingdom of heaven within, to manifest new earth without, heaven on earth, in this love-evolution, evolution of light beings of the golden age, the golden ones. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.